Play of the match.
It's happening.
What is going on, guys? And today I wanted to show you guys 4 simple little tips that I do personally before each time I play that help me improve my aim. This is really good for especially hit scan players. It could also help people that play characters that use projectiles, but it's just super simple, takes a few minutes, and it honestly makes the biggest difference. Like, I had no idea this could even be that simple, but hey, it is what it is. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first drill I want to show you guys was basically you're going to do a semicircle and you're going to keep your reticle focused exactly on the head of one robot. I chose the one on the left just because it gave me more space to move around in. But yeah, it's just as simple as that. You don't want to sway back and forth. You always want to keep the reticle just focused on his head. Ideally, if you see the dot in the middle, you just want to keep that on the yellow dot on the robot's face. But again, just in the beginning, it might be a little tough, just especially when you're going from left to right, right to left all of a sudden. But once you get the hang of it, it just helps you with those precise moments where you need to, like, say you're a soldier shooting a Pharah in the air and you just need to move your aim slightly to the left or slightly to the right. Instead of over-aiming, this will teach you how to, I guess, control that slight adjustment you need to make. And this is just a great tip for that. Now, the second drill I want to show you guys is basically the same exact thing, except you're going to incorporate a jump this time. Now, what this is going to do is every time you jump, your reticle is actually going to go above the robot's head. So you're going to have to be forced to look down and readjust your aim. And again, same thing, it's just to help with the precise aiming. Most people aren't really used to looking up and down. That's why it's kind of tough to kill Pharahs in the beginning. But this helps with that a little bit, you know? And it also helps with trying to line up headshots better. If you can learn to just move a little bit up or a little bit down, depending on the target size, it makes the difference between, you know, killing someone in, say, 5 seconds rather than just killing them in 3. And that helps with those one-on-one situations or just in general getting those team fights. You know, if there's 2 McCrees facing off and you're able to get 2 headshots while he's only able to get a headshot and 2 body shots, you're gonna win that fight. So yeah, just little things like that just make the biggest difference in the things that you wouldn't be expecting. Now, the third drill, basically what you want to do is you're going to come back all the way to this railing. Just try to stand just into the center of them, doesn't have to be exact, and you're just going to look back and forth. But the trick is you're not going to move your mouse or joystick more than once. You're going to try and do it in one motion. And in the beginning, you're going to actually end up over-aiming or under-aiming. And basically, this is, again, just going to teach you control. Just to help you move between target to target, you know? If there's 2 enemies in front of you and you need to quickly move from one to the other, this will help you just get that precise timing down just a little bit better. Because obviously, you know, in the middle of a game or in the midst of a game, if you're looking at a soldier and then you need to look at, like, the healer, you know, you could either end up over-aiming or under-aiming. So that just helps with that. Now, the last thing, you're just going to come over here to where all these bots just run around and whatever. And you're not going to kill or shoot any of them. You're just going to follow their heads. And don't follow them just right behind them. Try to take, like, weird angles. Just go around them. Just circle around. And just always try to keep your reticle on them. And this is basically, again, just going to teach you control, except in a more realistic situation. Because obviously those bots earlier were not moving. Those were just basically like fundamental drills. This is more, you know, like in-game type of drills, because obviously in a real match everyone's going to be running, moving, nobody's going to standing still and give you a free headshot like that. So this just helps you with, you know, simulating like a real game situation. And just switch targets, you know, go back and forth. Obviously in the beginning it's going to be kind of tough if your aim is not even staying to their head a little bit, you know, but over time it does get better, it does get easier. This basically helps with tracking, especially if you're playing characters like Soldier, Pharah, or even McCree. You know, you have to track the enemy and try to line up those shots. This obviously isn't the exact thing as in compared to playing like a real McCree or Tracer, but you know what, it does help. Okay, and last thing, in case you just wanted to do like a quick warm-up, you could just come into any game or any match, and before that, just do this. So the first thing I like to do is look up and down in a straight line, and then I like to look left and right in a straight line, and then from there I'll just go looking from the top right to the top left, and then I'll complete it by making an X and looking from the top left down to the top right. Now, I'm a righty, so as you can tell, my top left to bottom right isn't that great. But you know what, that's just another thing for me to improve. After that, just make a circle, make an opposite circle, make a bigger circle, make an opposite bigger circle. And yeah, that's just a little thing. You know, you could spend like a minute on these before any game. You could spend 10 minutes, and you know, the more time you put in, the better accuracy you have. I was playing McCree, and I used to do these drills a little bit, and my accuracy just shot up. It went from like 30 something to 40 something, you know, and that makes a big difference. You know, it helped me get kills faster, it helped me get headshots better, and yeah, just little things like that. You know, you can choose how much you want to put in. You could do it before you start playing, you could do it after, whatever the case may be. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That's how, just 4 easy tips how to improve your aim. Catch you on the next one.